Hey, before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our social medias, links are at the top of the description, like Twitter, which is the best way to stay up to date with the channel, and Twitch, where I stream every Sunday at around 6 to 7-ish p.m. Central Standard Time. I am currently reading through Tokyo Ghoul, and my lord, is it a fun read. So please follow us there, and lastly, if you would, please support us on Patreon. Right now, you'll get access to full-length and early reactions, as well as access to our exclusive Discord, Patreon-exclusive polls, which right now, there's a new poll that will be up to replace Squid Games, as I have finished it at the time of recording. So if you want a hand in what I react to next, go support us on Patreon. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hello! I'm Rhett, Captain of the Custodians, and tonight, I'm going to be reacting to Episode 8 of Squid Games. So on the last episode, we had kind of what I would imagine would be either the last game or the second to the last official game, in which basically everybody but asshole, main guy, and main girl failed. It was the glass game, where they had giant, platforms up in the air and side-by-side glass panes spread out by about 2 or 3 feet, going all the way down to the other platform in which they had to get there. They chose which orders they were going in, because you have to go sequentially, and our protagonist was either going to choose the first one or the last one, because those were the only ones that were left. They had no idea what the game was, and he was about to choose the first one when the religious guy, I'm pretty sure... No, it wasn't the religious guy. It was just a random guy who was tired of being a coward. Wanted to go first, and he paid the price for it. So, everybody, including Crazy Girl and, Thug Guy, were killed, and it ended with a very large explosion. On the other side of the plot lines, going to the B plot, the detective guy, he got to record the one of the VIPs, and he's gotten away. I'm gonna be honest, folks. The B plot, the detective one, isn't necessarily my favorite, but it's, the A plot is really carrying me forward. But the VIPs themselves didn't do much for me. But let's see. Anything else? The detective guy's trying to get away. He stole a scuba suit. I was actually thinking that he was gonna, make a scuba suit go missing, so they thought that he was swimming away, and then he would use an alternative means of exit, or hide on the island and try to radio for help. But nope, he went with that one. Aside from that, let's get into it. I have to kind of be quick about this one, because these are, hour-long episodes, and I have to stream in about an hour, so gotta be quick. But this is Squid Games, Season 1, Episode 8, The Front Man. So please, follow us on everything. Like, comment, subscribe, social medias, Patreon. Let's get started. Episode 8 of Squidillium Games. Skadumb. Yep, so now we only have 3 people left. They all have to be feeling pretty good about things, except for the fact that they are likely going to have to kill each other. So that's, something. The Squid Games. Brought to you by Verizon Wireless. The Front Man. That sounds like an episode that would be more about the plot that I'm not the biggest fan of, so let's see how that goes. We got to another island. Can he get service now? Surprised he even got to the other island. You think they would have, satellite coverage on this thing, considering their, numerous, almost unfathomable amount of resources that this organization must have at their disposal. 45 billion Korean currency. What the fuck was that on the walls? Are those the games? Hold on. So this is where they're finally going to have their little confrontation. No, wait, hold on. If those are actually the games, hold on. Have those been there the whole time? Yeah, we've never really set in stone if only one person walks away.
그게 나일 수도 밀었을 거냐?
씨발.
He's going, yep, you would have.
내가 이렇게 된 건 다 내 탓이야. 머리도 안 좋고.
But you're smart and you ended up in here. What are you doing here?
쌍문동의 사랑 서울대
Yeah, there we go.
이러고 있을까? 나 같은 병신 새끼랑 똥밭에서 뒹굴면서.
I'm trying to think of two things at once. Trying to watch the scene and think of the shit on the walls. Also, there's something going on with my fucking video here. Every time they move, it like fucking fizzles up a little bit. Can someone in the comments help me understand why that's happening? It's a lollipop. You've earned it. Ooh, here, a PlayStation 5. You get the limited edition Squid Game version. Yeah, the fucking Oh! Oh! No! See, like, that seems almost unfair. Why the fuck did they do that? Why'd they explode him like that? Could they not have created a mechanism that just dropped it? Ah! What if she dies? She passed. How is that fair? She won and was punished for it. How does that fit into their rule set? Why is she the one having to clean her wounds and not, like, the official staff? Why is she the one that's having to do this? Is she keeping under wraps? For what purpose? Come on, I would have dumped that, you know, at least in a bush or something. Make it a little harder to find. And what if... Maybe you shouldn't even have taken it off. You know, what if... What if you can't get signal here? Okay. I was gonna say, does that just... That probably is what happens. It probably wouldn't just explode, but... I probably would have backed up a little bit. But yes, so the games on the wall. If those have been here the whole time, that's a fucking problem. Because not only was there, like, a legitimate plot point where, like, the guys who were helping the doctor didn't know what the games were, and they were, like, decided, like, the day before, even... But if those were there up the whole time, then... Those are the games. They knew then, right away. And if nobody else has noticed those, like, I didn't notice those until now, but I wasn't spending hours in that room. They should have noticed that, and the moment they saw the red light, green light one, and maybe then the... Yeah, like the one with all the shapes, they should have immediately known what they were doing. God, I hope those weren't there the whole time, because that would be a big problem. So yeah, how is this gonna work? Are they good now? They won. Finalists. Game's not over. What if they decide... The final game. If they all... This is the final game. Okay, so they could potentially all win. Well, hold on. What is the final game, then? It's on the wall. You gotta get some... You've lost some blood. Put some iron in your body. And then we cut back to the guy that's doing the thing on the phone. Oh, come on. Really, man? The moment you saw them, you should have hit the dirt. She can't, like, die before the game well, I mean, she can. We've seen that, you know, like, dying outside the games is fine. But the fact that it was, like, she had won her game and was severely damaged by their actions, that seems unfair. She had passed before time ran out. More than enough to kill anything that moves. Huh, is that a thing? That's interesting. And he's gunned down by the other guys. Why are they even talking? Why not just kill him? What do they gain from talking like this? It's not like he has information they need. And if he did send it, just shoot him and check his phone. You have the ability to charge it as well. You must use this knife to kill the other person in one-on-one mortal combat. If that's it, and like the reason the table is organized like this is because it's actually just arena for a knife fight, it's a little boring, given the amount of creativity they've put into these games. Having to just go down to a little shiv fest? Pretty lame, if you ask me. Or is this just a little test before the game to see if they'll kill each other? Like, kind of like what they did in the first night. Why? Oh, the old man. He's still... Oh, I really hope the old man is actually dead and he's not alive. As sad as his death was, it was one of the best things this entire show. And so having... If he's like some big, like, orchestrator of this, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Detective, I am your father. Oh, is that his brother? That'd be...
누구야?
Who are you?
당신.
I'm the brother. No, can't remove your mask. Can't remove your mask. Get gunned down for that. Never remove your mask. Can't do that. Oh my god, it's... Who is that? Inho! It's his brother! Oh no! I almost shot my brother! What? Are like the winners turned into frontmen then? So, at least we know why, a little bit, why he didn't like just have him killed immediately. And then he shoots him.
형이 왜?
Money, bitch!
That's life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say.
Oh, you had to wing him? Is this some kind of elaborate scheme to keep his brother alive? For plot's sake, though, he wasn't shot here or here, which means he could live. Oh, sir, you took off your mask. Doesn't that mean we have to shoot you now? What's keeping that mask there? Oh, is it Squid Game? Is it Squid Game? That's the one that's next? It's Mr. Squid William? Squid William, the game? Because was it the old man who was, was it Ilnam? Was that his name? Was the, or is Ilnam the other guy? Anyways, was it the guy, was he the one who was narrating the beginning? Or is this just to make sure that they don't get any sleep? They give them all knives? I feel like they should have treated her. Yeah, it looks like it's Squid Game.
So that's it? What, we some kind of Squid Game?
씨는 저 돈 가지고 나가면 뭐 할 거야?
먼저 빚부터 갚고.
Gamble it all. Lose it. Sign up for the next Squid Game. Season 2.
엄마
Electric
시절
Boogaloo.
가게 하나 얻으시고. 딸한테 아빠 노릇 한 번.
I really like this guy. Like, which is a real shame that I haven't memorized any of their names. To be fair, I haven't really tried, and that's on me. But I really like the
내
characters.
동생이랑 동갑이네. 엄마도 데리고 오고.
Yep. I mean, all their motivations are solid. Even
셋이
assholes.
같이 살 집 하나만 마련하면 그러기로 했는데 남은 가족 챙겨주기로.
That's what I was thinking. Yep. Absolutely. You guys have been
그런 소리 하지
been
마.
with each other. Don't say that, but reassure her. Make her know that that's what you're planning to. Again, all three of you can make it out. You don't necessarily know the nature. Well, I guess. I can't even fucking remember how you play Squid Game. No, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Because then you have to have one winner in the next game. If you are all three of you are alive, then there is still a way for 2 winners and 1 loser. If you kill him, you lose your safety net and one of you is guaranteed to die. Unless, of course, it's a game in which both sides can win, but it's not because it's Squid Game, and we know that's a team versus team kind of thing.
사람 아니잖아.
Agreed, but also, it just raises your chances of having to face off against her. Would they? Yeah. I would be upset if they didn't help her. He's not wrong, but he also, like, again, it's not her fault, it's not any of their faults, it's their fault. She had won, she had passed the last game.
제발 의사 좀 불러주세요. 피를 많이 흘렸어요. 아, 빨리요. 예? 저기.
Uh-oh. She's gone? Or he was just pretending and he killed her. He was just pretending. He was very quiet. Damn. I liked her. Hey, be careful, dude. He's still got a knife. And your back's to him. Just because they're in the room, I don't know if that means you're safe. Now it's personal. They were going for the epic. Why did they smack him? I guess he was defending himself, but... So, now it's just gonna be a 1v1 grudge match. Got the bullet from his shoulder. So, he took his mask off, and by fiction rules, when you have, demasked the masked villain, he is now vulnerable and able to be defeated. Shredder, Slade, Amon. Give a character a mask, they're unbeatable. Take that mask away, they'll fold like a house of cards. So, there's that. Oh, what? That's it? That wasn't long at all. What the fuck? How long was this? Whoa, that was short. A 30-minute episode? Well, hold on. Okay, I'm just going to turn that down a bit so I can keep jamming a little bit. But, okay. So, Detective Man is shot and presumably dead. Jury's still out on whether he's dead because we didn't confirm the body and he was winged. In fiction, that means he can be fine. Detective Man was his brother. Excuse me, Frontman was Detective Man's brother. So I guess that because he was a contestant, because he had the card in his room, so he must have been a winner, and winners can become frontmen, maybe? Because there's no way... Well, there's got to be a way for multiple people to win, right? There has to be. I guess there doesn't have to be. Okay, but also, the fucking designs on the walls, that... Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna quick check previous episodes. I'm gonna see if... No, shut up. No, shut up. Let's see, What was the one with the knife fight? That was that episode 3? Okay, can't see any of them. Hold on. Let's get past this, go back to the room. Okay, we don't go back to the room there. Gotta get a good shot here. Oh, well, there's like the other sign on there. Like the little chain hands or whatever, like the kids holding hands. Oh no, they're there. Oh no, no, Squid Games, no. Why are they there? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, guys, come on. It's a neat detail. It's like, oh, look, they were there the whole time. You could have seen it. So, like, on a rewatch, it'd be like, oh, look, they're there. You can see the thing. That's cool. But when you actually think about it, that doesn't work. Because then these guys should fucking know what games they're playing. I'm sorry, but they spend hours here doing nothing. They have nothing to do. They should have found these things in like the first 30, 40 minutes of like at least the second day. Maybe not the first day because they were, well, the first 30, 40 minutes of the first day. Maybe not because they were like, oh no, look at all this stuff. Oh, look at this. We got drugs and sent here, gas bagged. What happened? There's no way after the first, after at least the second game, they wouldn't have noticed this, put the patterns together, and have been completely all in the know of what games they're doing. There's no way. I do not believe that for a second. Oh, well, the things are in the way, and yada, yada, yada. 4 hours. I'm sure some of you noticed it just watching, and they were in the back behind shit, and you don't spend your whole day in this room, barring the time that you are playing a game that can last at a minimum of like 15 minutes. Okay, well, no, they don't give it that long. They give you like a half an hour. Was like the shortest. So you're looking at let's give the longest game the benefit of the doubt and say they had 4 hours for the longest game, which they didn't. That's 20 hours of nothing but that room. They would have noticed it. They absolutely would have noticed it. Especially when they started moving the fucking shit around. They would have noticed it. And then, of course, like, when the doctor, he was, like, you know, trying to get information from the black market people to give himself an advantage, and the black market people were like, oh, we have no idea what the games are until the day before, or, like, the whatever, the night before, so, because they changed, and it's like, well, but all the games are on the wall. And it's not like there's a shit ton of games, right? It'd be different if there was 100 different games on the wall, like, let's say even just, like, 20. And we only get, like, what, like 5 games, 6 games? So it's like, oh, even though all the games are on the wall, we have no idea which cycle we're on. We have no idea which one's in circulation, or which ones have been chosen. It's all random. But it's not. It's all the games, and they're all in order. On the wall, they're in order. That's, Come on, Squid Games. Don't do that. Not all details that you add are neat and useful. Oh, no. It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen, like, put into something. But, that definitely hurts the show, and I don't want that to happen. I mean, I like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the detective arc. It's not the most easy to believe. Not in terms of, like, I feel like he should have been caught now. If this was the real world security, there's no way it would have been this lax to allow him to be able to do this stuff. Like, they have, like, he can just switch costumes and suddenly he's invisible. That's as deep as the background checks that they do. And I know how they were like, oh, it's fine, you know, like the black market's fine, but it's like, I don't necessarily believe that. There's no way that they can allow any type of leak to occur here. Because it's such a large operation with so many people that can be tied back to it. And it's so illegal. This is evil stuff here. And with the resources they have, they can afford so much and do so much, and they're just not doing it. You know, on the other side, I really love the characters, or at least, like, the characters from the A-plot, and, like, the stuff that they go through. I think Ganbu is still, without question, the best episode of the show. It's really, really good. And that episode was weirdly short. Like, this episode is... Okay, it's like 10 minutes longer. Oh, no, it's like double the length, actually. Never mind. It's like an hour long. Like, because that's what I thought. I thought, like, all the episodes were like an hour long. That one was like 30 minutes. And yeah, I do feel like, according to the rules that the front man brought up, like, the reason why he killed those guys, you know, who were the black market dealers and the doctor, was because they gave the doctor an unfair advantage. I feel like, according to that rule set, she should have gotten treated. Because she had won the game and was punished for it. She did it at the last second. Well, if you're still liable to be injured and in danger, even if you pass at the last second, then the time limit is actually shorter. It's not actually 30 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes. It was actually 18. To give them time to get... Were they all supposed to wait on the other side, or were they supposed to go through the door? Why have that explosion happen the way it does anyways? Why explode them? Why not have a hammer just activate. Boom! Hit the bottom of it. Shatter it. Or, I guess it has to shatter the stronger glass, but why not make those trapdoors? And electrify the sides. So that if, they grab onto it, drop them. Or, because honestly, that was kind of an issue I had with the last one. With the last trial they did. Because I really think that a lot of them could have lived because you could reach across. You could reach across and you could smack. You didn't have shoes on, but you had your jackets and shit. Could have tied it in a rope or tied shit across. You could have done something. And you didn't even need to do that kind of stuff because you could reach over. You could spread your body, grab one side, grab the bar, and reach over, and you could smack the glass. And if it breaks, that's the wrong one. Now, you could go, oh, well, right, it's probably electrified. They never showed us. And while with some of the other games, I was willing to give kind of the benefit of the doubt, like, this is kind of a big thing, because it's something that none of them went through. Like, none of them tried this. Because it was one of my first thoughts. You go back to that reaction, that was one of my first thoughts. I talked about it a few times. But I feel like she should have been treated. She should have been helped there. Especially because, think about the people that are betting on her. Like, she's not just a contestant. She's a prize horse. She is somebody who has been winning the races that she's in, and the people are betting on her and making money. So, I would think that the VIPs would be like, what the hell? That's the person I bet on, and she passed, but she got glassed. She got stabbed. She needs to be healed so that I can win. I don't see that they would just let her be hurt like that. Now, when they introduced the concept of betting, I would say probably the same thing about letting them just shank each other in, the HQ, home base, the waiting room. But even then, that's still different than what happened to her. Well, at the very least, we have one more episode, right? One more episode of Squid Games. I'm still interested to see what happens. I want to see how this concludes. And how our protagonist is going to be the asshole. And again, the asshole, he absolutely did something, like, obviously wrong. But in this kind of situation, it's not like you can call the police or do anything like that. It's just your life or other people's lives. And, like, the people there, it's not like it's his family or friends. Like, he has one friend, kind of estranged friend, and he tried to help him along the way, best he could, the long way, as long as he could. But now it's just him, and now it's just you versus me. And they have no idea if two people can win. That's something I would have been insistently asking upon, especially every time the front man was there. Because they had, like, the clarifying power to ask kind of shit like that. But, I mean, they're not necessarily, like, liable to tell them. It's just something I'd have asked. But yeah, I can't blame him too much. It's you versus me. And, I can't blame somebody for wanting to look out for number one. Even as, much of an asshole as he's been. He killed one of my favorite characters. One of the most morally best characters, Ali. But, I mean, could you really look at yourself and say, I would have done something different? If your life was on the line. Not even for the money, just you're living. It's a kind of a big question. So I can't blame him too much. I can dislike him, which I do, but I can't necessarily blame him for his actions. Aside from that, yeah, I guess we have just one more episode to go. Want to see how it ends. Are they gonna do a second season? Because I'd be kind of interested in how they do that. Maybe it's like more like detective plot line where maybe it's not this detective, but like people are trying to, he succeeded in a way and he got his message out, so now they're trying to, like, take this down. Or, oh god, I really don't want a protagonist to become, like, involved in this. That would not like that. Oh, and the thing I would dislike the most, even though I was like I was calling this in the earlier episodes, I really don't want the old man to be like the maniacal mastermind or a part of this whole thing. I really don't, because his death was just so good. And while it was like definitely intriguing, or like it was curious how the moment he woke up, he was immediately counting how many participants there were. He was not phased at all in red light, green light. People were gunned down en masse, completely shocking. They had no idea that their lives were on the line. Green light, boom, boom, walks right away. Nothing happened. And then, of course, during the Shank Fest, they were the guards, like the Squid Game attendants were like, nope, can't do anything, until the old man started to shout. Now, why did they do this? Were there too many contestants? Was it an odd number, or did they want to call a certain amount of people? Did they want to make people on edge? And if the old man had counted everybody's numbers and he knew exactly how many there were, now there was a counter, but still, he could have, paid attention and gone, oh, that's enough time. Help, please stop. And it's like, okay, that's the signal. Go. Let's wrap this up. Because there's a lot there that's eyebrow raising, but I don't want that. I don't want it to be the twist villain, or the twist, even just villain associate. No. And of course, unlike with like everybody else, we don't like that died in Gonbu. We don't like, some of them were like hidden, but we know that they still died. With him, it was behind a door and a wall, so we don't know if he died. Like, really? Oh god, I hope that's not the case. But anyways, I think that's gonna be it. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, I have about 30 minutes till stream time, and I want to get something to eat, because that steak scene definitely made me hungry. But thank you so much for watching and hearing to me praise the show, rant about the show. It's definitely not the worst show that I've watched. It's without question not the worst show that I've reacted to on this channel. That prize goes to Loki. But if you want a complete show that I've reacted to, though it's not all completely on the channel, it's What If. Both of those were so bad. So bad. Oh, Loki's worse. But thank you for watching. I'm having a good time with Squid Games, even if it doesn't sound like it. And I can't wait to watch the next one. So stay tuned. Have a good one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Social medias, Patreon. Bye-bye.